Hi everyone, my name is Anna Anders, humbly here at forglobalpeace.com, and this is part 2 of the video that I was doing tonight, and I was making reference to the book that I was reading about Gina's story, and it's called Hope. And I gotta tell you guys, if you haven't gotten the book, you know, I'm not suggesting anybody go out and buy a brand new book. You can check with your local used bookstores and see if they have it. I happened to randomly go into a used bookstore here in town in Flagstaff, and I was getting a book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type, and they had the book for me, and so I just happened to ask them if they had the book called Hope, and they did. And so I bought both books, and so I figured, okay, God, it's time for me to read this book because it's fallen into my lap, and so be it. So, must be time. And to tell you guys the truth, I was kind of, I guess you could say, when you have something like this, that so drastic, so traumatic, that happens to your family, I don't know. I mean, it takes lots of courage, I think, to even, well, it takes courage for Gina. It took courage for Gina, Amanda Berry, Michelle Knight to live the life that they had to live for a whole decade. But as a family member, I know that it's taken some courage to go into this book and to stay strong, just to read it and to read it, to breathe it, to feel it, to process it, to, I don't know, my heart just goes out to Gina. That's all I can say. My heart goes out to you, Gina. And I'm not worried about my own feelings about it, but I got to tell you, it's really hard. It's really hard, and it's so, it's just so baffling how many times those girls could have gotten away. It's just so baffling to me how our corrupt government covered up this case. So I know that's what happened. There's no way they could have dropped the ball this many times. So you know what? I'm always going to speak to the corruption in this country, and that's who I am, and that's how I am. I'm humbly Anna Anders, the founder of forglobalpeace.com. You know, it's not the beauty in our world that gets us into trouble. It's the ugly. And what I want to know, my question is today, who watches out for the corruption from local to global? Who takes care of that? Who's the caretaker of the corruption in our world today? That's what I want to know. And don't tell me the United Nations. Don't tell me some corrupt entity that hasn't done jack shit for this world that we live in today, because I don't want to hear it no more. I really don't want to hear it. So, and if they do it, then why the hell didn't they find these 3 girls? So, you're not going to feed me this horse manure anymore. I'm done talking about that crap. But I'm humbly grateful that I got up some courage to do some activist work in corrupt Cleveland, Ohio. I will never regret what I did for the little bit of time that I was there. And I'm going to continue to pursue this. I'm not dropping the ball on this. This will always be a great part of my life, in addition to making peace flags. So, and so yeah, today I read 100 pages of sheer torture is all I can tell you. Sheer torture for Gina, Amanda Berry, and Michelle Knight. And if you get an opportunity to get this book, I suggest you do, to read it, because it's going to inspire you and it's going to empower you. And it's going to, you know what it's going to do? It's going to feed you. It's going to feed you spiritually and emotionally, to say that you will never accept the unacceptable from anybody. I don't give a shit who they are. So that's the bottom line message out of the book. That's what I got. It's like opening a can of spinach and eating a can of spinach after you read what these girls went through. That's what I want to say. So, my hat's off to them, and I can't even imagine. But what I can tell you is that I know that more people are in this world that are suffering today, the same way. So there's more Ginas, there's more Amanda Berrys, and there's more Michelle Knights out there that are suffering tonight. And it's our duty and our responsibility as citizens of this world to do what we can do to protect people. I went to the movies today, you guys, and before they started the movies at the Harkin Theater, they showed some Downy fabric softener, and they started with protect your clothes. Protect your clothes, and use Downy to protect your clothes. Well, my question is this. What are we doing to protect people on the planet really and truly today? What are we doing to unite for the good cause of peace and for healing in our world today from local to global? What are we really doing to protect our communities? You know, we saw through the story that having police officers, detectives, FBI agents, even CIA agents, you know, even our own president involved in our family tree story. I mean, he got his makeup done while Gina was still missing. For God's sakes, by a family member. Who cares about having makeup done? Why didn't that president come into Cleveland and come march with us? That's what I want to know. The hell with getting your makeup done, Mr. Obama. Anyways, I have enough to say on here. I got to shut down the video. This is part 2. My hat's off to the girls, and that's all I can say. Thank you. Bye-bye.